Wednesday. We're here for some more readings. What is going on? What is happening? What is happening, everybody? All right, I sort of want to time this and see how long it takes. So 7:28. I think about 3 minutes would be good for an intro. Still want to make an intro to where I just have music and then I wait for everybody to come on and all this other stuff. So, wow, all these tarot decks are having a rough time. All these tarot decks are having a terrible time. 30% funded, and they're beautiful too. Some of these tarot decks are wonderful and they're not funding on Kickstarter. I'm surprised. Jamie, what is going on? Alexandra, hello. Mary, Rosie, what is up? Annie Law is early. Annie Law, you're early. I've never seen you this early. You're just enthusiastic about tarot tonight, aren't you? Positive always. What's going on? Sunshiny Day, Jen Knoll, Bartman, Jamie, Julia, hello. What is going on? I'm telling you, Annie was the first one in. Annie was the first one in. She was like, I gotta have some tarot. I've been all day without tarot, and it's time. I mean, it's time just to get in there. All right, speaking of getting in there, I got another card done. Here you go. I mean, this one's kind of ugly. This one's kind of ugly. I'm going to have to say it is it's sort of depressing, but my T.O. twist is that he is he's dumping the wine. He's dumping it. He's not happy at all. He is not pleased at all. So, yeah, it sort of fits the theme of the card, though. So, there you go. It does fit the theme indeed. All right. What's going to happen when I start collecting stuff again? Bartman, have you turned collector? Raul, what is going on? Karen, hello again. Karen, how are you doing? All right. Sharon is here and Hannah as well. What is going on? All right. That was beautiful. Thank you much. Kay wants to know. Wolf, what is going on? So good to see you. Yeah, Wolf, when I get this deck done, I'm sending you this massive package of stuff. All right. Let's see. Jen Knoll, Rosie Baby. What's going to happen when I start collecting decks again? How does Tiff feel towards me? Oh, there. Rosie Baby has a great question. Am I making the right decision by letting this relationship go? That's a great question. I don't think I've had that question before, but that's such a good question because you never know. You know, the grass is always greener type thing. So let's get Rosie Baby. Let's say, am I making the right decision ditching relationship? There we go. Am I making the right decision ditching this relationship? Is that going to be good or bad? Positive always. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right. Let's get Rosie. Let's get your question out there. Okay. I just had the thought. So let's use that one. Let's use that one, the Thoth. You know, the Thoth just tells you how it is. The Thoth does not mess around. It just throws it down. It's going to say, you're collecting decks again. All right. Well, Bartman, you definitely need that to build one of those tarot towers if you're going to do that. Bartman, you got to build you a tarot tower. I'm just saying right now, that's going to be where it's at. That is going to be where it's at for you, that tarot tower action. Okay, so they're half upside down and they're half right side up. So I had to turn them over this way or to turn them over this way. I'm going to go with this way because that matters. That indeed does matter. Are you letting it go? We got to let it go. You got to cut her loose. Well, you know, I think it's going to be different. I think you're in a different situation. Obviously, good, bad, indifferent, that's going to be up to you. Paula, Lisa, and Austin, what's going on? Everybody jumped in at the same time. What is up? All right. But, you know, abandoning something, moving on, that's going to be one of your, decisions, obviously. But if as far as good or bad, it's not really a yes or no type question. It's, what do you want to deal with? And so here's sort of what we're dealing with. One is the wheel being reversed really points to that it's going to be different. You're going to move into a different place, a different space in your life to where, you know, you don't have this person. Now you have to start over. Now you have to search for somebody else. Now you don't have the comfort. Now you don't have the love. Now you don't have a lot of reliability that you had before. And things are definitely going to be different. And that's going to sort of take a toll, because it's not everyday activity anymore. It's a new day. It's a new cycle. It's new things coming about. I do think that you'll be okay. I mean, strength says that you'll be fine with this. You'll be okay with this. So is the grass greener on the other side type situation? You definitely adjustments that you need to make to get that sort of going. But at the end, it says that we are entering a playful space or a fun space. I think you have other relationships, you have other opportunities after this one that are going to be fun, that are going to be entertaining, that are going to get you into weird situations and fun situations and things to where you can have some unique experiences and have some better experiences overall. So this is the Princess, is a very playful, fun card. As you can see, the princess is sort of riding the flames. Well, you can't see it because of chat. The princess is sort of riding flames and whatnot and having fun and having a good time. So basically it says, once this is over, your opportunities are enough. Your opportunities are significant enough to be that type of fun. And I think that you have other things coming that are going to be fantastic for you as well. Rosie, baby, thank you for your donation. Appreciate that. Pushpitha, hello. What is going on? So here we are for the emotional impact or the emotional hit that we're sort of taking on this. Now, this is all of the cups have run dry, basically. And you'll see that some of them are still moving, some of them are not. And as you can see, the sort of dim look of the card sort of indicates that we do have that emotional dead space that comes after we make a decision, after we sort of move on. We have that weird emotional dead space to where I really wish I had this. I really miss these opportunities. I really miss these things about this person. But again, overall, that being reversed into the fun, into the playful card does say that you're going to have a lot of different experiences, of a lot of good relationships after this one. And this is not an end-all relationship to where you're like losing a soulmate or something type feel to this. Raina, hello. What is going on? Mary M. Got a lot of people join. Philippe and Julia as well. What is up? Sally, hello. How are you doing? So yeah, so overall it looks good. It looks good. Obviously, we have the breakup hit to where you're just like, ooh, you know, I miss these things. But overall, I think it's a better decision. It's a good decision overall to abandon, to cut bait, and to move on with varying things in that. But as you know, as always, entertainment purposes only. Never make relationship decisions based upon some random dude on YouTube, you know? All right, positive always. Let's see, question above. Let's check that out. Positive always, thank you as well for your donation. What question do you have? What question do you have? Am I waiting for an answer about a job? Will I get it? There we go. Will I get the job? Is this going to be something exciting? Is this going to be something exciting? Let's see. PA, will I get the job? I mean, positive always is a good name, but it, you know, you sort of have that commitment now. You have that commitment. Are you really positive always? What if you don't get the job? What happens? Robin, welcome. What is going on? So I had somebody message me on Instagram and they asked me about 3,000 different questions. So rather than type it up on Instagram, I'm just going to make a video. We're going to make a video. That's going to be how it is because, you know, that's how we roll here. All right, let's do some cats. Let's do the Grimalkin Tarot and hope we don't get the Grimalkin card. I need to just remove that card. I need to just remove that card. My county made a mask wearing a requirement today. Mine too. Austin, have you seen the videos on YouTube of people chasing people out of the store for not wearing a mask? They're chasing them out of this Walmart if you don't wear a mask. So, I mean, you got to have a mask at this point. You got to have a mask at this point. All right, we have a mystery card for positive. We have a mystery card for positive. Let's see what that's at. I'm going to assume that's going to be your first card. Positive always. Let's check it out. 3-hour video. No, I'm too lazy for a 3-hour video. You know how lazy I am? Come on. Come on. You know how lazy I am. You know I'm not going to make a 3-hour video. Jay, what is going on? And Suzanne, how are you doing? Okay. So will you get the job? I'm looking for some good stuff. I don't see it. I don't see it. I'm sorry. Positive always. I don't see it. We got the Hermit. Still need to make a video about what cards mean what in different readings. But anyway, let's see. Can you draw some cards on the virus? Well, people are getting deplatformed, demonetized if you talk about Corona. So let's not draw any cards on the virus. You know, I did before all the social media started clamping down on that, but yeah, let's not do that anymore. But now is a different day. It's a different day. If you want to see my predictions, which by the way all came true, you can go to back on the Lenormand videos. Hermit is just not looking good. That's just not looking good. It sort of hurts. The Hermit kind of hurts here. It's like we're still waiting for it. We're still waiting for it. We're wondering, you know, they didn't call yesterday. Maybe they'll call me today. Or they didn't call today. Maybe they'll call me tomorrow. The Eight of Wands is sort of the killer here because that's all about motion. That's all about getting started. That's all about movement. And it's just being reversed so there's not movement within here as well. The Six of Cups, where the person is giving the cup to a child, they're handing it over, they're giving it, they're being like, you know, here you go, here you go, I want you to have this, I want you to have this job, sunshine, I mean, positive always, can you take this job, I want you to have it. And this being reversed, that hurts again. That's another injury. That's another injury to the gut here. The King of Wands sort of just rounds the whole thing out. It says the King of Wands is a very entrepreneur type thing. Being reversed, it sort of doesn't look well. It doesn't bode well. It doesn't shine a good light on this particular thing as well. So positive always. I wanted a positive reading because your name is Positive Always, and you're such a big supporter of the channel, hanging out with us. I appreciate you, but I don't see it. I don't see it. But you know, it's just tarot cards. It's only tarot cards. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt. All right. Got my car. Jay, you got the car? Oh, that's really cool. Jay, you got to tell us what kind of car it is. You got to tell us about that car. All right. Let's see. Discord. Tarot Oracle. Discord. So CM posted a painting and I wanted to look at it. And Discord Tarot Oracle is not working because it's defaulting to Norton Safe Search. I don't want Norton Safe Search. Okay, I don't see it. I'm going to have to go dig it up. Sally, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. How's the weight loss going to go for me? Cool, Sally. Well, congratulations on the weight loss. You got a new diet. You're doing a little exercise thing there. It's going to be pretty cool. STS, how's the weight loss gonna go? Let's check that out. Yeah, I want to CM. I need to go look at your painting. I know you're gonna ask about it, and I'm like, I need to go look. CM, you know I'm lazy. CM knows I'm lazy. CM's here all the time. CM sees. Other people are like, you're lazy. I don't believe it. And then CM, she's actually experiencing the laziness firsthand. I mean, you know, you see it. A 2020 Toyota Camry. Ooh, that's nice. Black on black, 17 miles. Ooh, nice. Very nice indeed. Weight loss. Indeed. Yeah, Sally, I know what you're saying. We got you covered. All right. Mariah B, may I go? Sure, go ahead. Post your question. By the way, if you're new here and you've never been here before, I'm sorry that you joined. No, I'm kidding. I wish you had a better stream than mine. You may want to keep wandering around till you find a better stream. But there is no list. Donations take priority, and then I pick at random. So, go ahead and post your question. By the way, we got the Waterfall Tarot. 12 hours left and it's gone forever. It's literally gone forever. If you like those images, And I don't see why you wouldn't. It's going to be so great. It's going to be so great. The Five of Swords. Ooh, all right. The weight loss. The Five of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. This really sort of looks like a lot of these cards, right? That it's all about the feedback. It's all about getting that encouragement. It's all about getting the motivation, because without the motivation, it's going to be difficult. Because, I mean, everyone says, clear your cupboards of all the bad food, clear your cupboards of all the bad food. That's a fantasy. Let's deal with reality here. You're not going to clear your cupboards of all the bad food. There's no way. It's still going to be there. It is all about the motivation. And you need that motivation from other people. And we have a lot of different people cards here, which points me to the motivation from other people, the feedback from other people, letting them know, getting advice, getting feedback, and learning from other people's experiences as well. Watching people on YouTube that have lost a lot of weight. You keep that motivation going and you keep that excitement about it. What you don't want to do is get into a situation where it's just boring day-to-day activity, And there's so many good sites, Sally, so many great sites where you can join Facebook groups for weight loss stuff, where you see people posting their weight loss. If you're doing low carb, if you're doing nutritarian, whatever you're doing, get on those sites, get on the forums, and join the community. It's very, very important that you have support, you have a community, and and post there. Don't just read it. Post there. Say, hey, I've lost 20 pounds. I've lost 10 pounds, or I gained 3 pounds. What am I doing wrong? People will respond. They all respond. It's so great. That's very key here, as we have all of these cards coming over here. The Five of Swords indicates that's the Lord of Defeat. Don't get defeated if you gain weight, right? So for example, I used to weigh 410 pounds, and now I am 178 pounds. So that's a lot. That's 200 whatever pounds. So, and during that process, I got on, it was sort of this defeatist attitude. Even though I'd lost 40, 50 pounds, I'd gained 3 pounds, and I'd be pissed. I'd be like, why did I gain 3 pounds? That's so stupid. I've lost all this weight. Don't get caught into that. You're playing the long game. You're playing the long game. So relax, get into it, and keep that motivation high. But Five of Swords, don't feel defeated when we gain a couple of pounds, or when you cheat. It happens to everybody, happens to all of us. I've cheated plenty of times. Okay, but the High Priestess says that it is about sort of getting the knowledge. The more knowledge you have about the various aspects of what you're doing, the better you are. The High Priestess is holding the book, the scroll, and she's very keen on information. She has a ton of information at her disposal, and it's all about getting that research and getting that information in. The Queen of Pentacles and the King of Swords means, keep strict on it. Keep strict on it. So there you go. If you keep strict on it, keep the motivation up. Use as many groups as you can for the type of diet you're doing. Watch those YouTube videos. Don't let it be day to day. Let it be exciting, motivational for you. And as you drop those weights, post pictures on these sites and say, hey, I've lost 20 pounds. I've lost 30 pounds. And everybody be like, yay, that's awesome. And you're like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I got like 100 people that have replied to my post that I lost a few pounds. I mean, this is kind of cool. And again, get your motivation up. So, I mean, it's all about that. It's all about that. What you don't want to do is have some boring diet. There's no motivation whatsoever. And you're hungry. You're hungry. So there you go. All right. Yeah, that boredom. You got to stay out of that boredom, because if you get caught into that, you're done. I want to change jobs, start a podcast. How cool is that? But I'm afraid it won't make the money I need to survive. And if I fail, what do I do? What do I do? Brandy, that's a great question. I've never had that before. You're doing a podcast, and we want to make some fat cash out of that. Podcast for some money. Let's check that out. That's good. That is good. So, Sally, I'm telling you, whatever you do, Push, I got the tip. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. What is your question, Push? But yeah, whatever you do, come back here and I will motivate you. I'm here every night. I'm here literally every single night. I will motivate you. You want to hear a story about how I lost from 410 pounds down to 178? Come right in here and I'll tell you all about it. I'll tell you, I'll keep you motivated. I'll be like, yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Motivation time. Man, those groups, there's so many groups. That's why, I mean, everyone complains about Facebook, but the Facebook groups are amazing. They got a group for everything. They got a group for colored pencils, pastels. They got a group for oil painting. They got a group for hundreds of groups for weight loss. No matter what you're into, they got a group for it. When is the best time to go back to school? Austin, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right. Okay, let's see. All right. Sunshiny Day, another great name. Thank you for your donation. All right, let's check out the podcast. And this is pretty exciting, I got to say. A podcast for some cash. There you go. Is this going to be something? Strength. Ooh, that's going to be slow. It's going to be slow. It's going to be slow. And it's going to be slow. It doesn't look good. I mean, if you want to start it and have a lot of income really quick, this looks a bit challenging. So, I mean, you know, realistically, you sort of expected this though, right? I mean, realistically, come on, you sort of expected this. So, I mean, I'm just saying, for Brandy, you sort of expected that I'm not going to make a podcast with 0 people watching, and tomorrow I'm going to be able to make a living at it, right? But you do have other opportunities in addition to the podcast. In other words, you don't have to just podcast. If you look at the astrology podcast, they have a YouTube. They have a social media. They do readings on the side. So in other words, when you podcast, that's not your only source of income. For example, let's say you podcast about tarot, right? Now, maybe you get some tarot reading requests and you get some people wanting to pay for that. Now you have a YouTube. Now you're getting some YouTube money, YouTube income. And all of these other things, blah, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All of these other side incomes are available as well. But it's about building that base and then adding onto it, stacking onto it type thing. You have that very much feel here. The Ace of Swords says, building the base. Get Chris Brennan. Yeah, Chris Brennan's amazing. Building that base with the Ace of Swords. The Five of Cups, not getting discouraged. Keeping regular, keeping on it. And I think that we have a good idea with this. Obviously, we have to wait until we get a substantial income and all that good stuff. But it is about the long game here. It is about the long game here. Does anyone know if hypnosis works for weight loss? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Self-hypnosis works for weight loss. I mean, it depends on your susceptibility. Hypnosis is very dependent upon the person. It depends on your susceptibility because basically hypnosis is just using your imagination and having somebody else guide you through an imaginary process. All right, PK wants to know, let's see. Okay, how will the conversation between Steve and his mom go? Special invite to what? I got some weird email. Special invite to in demand, successful. Oh, that's so annoying. That's so annoying when people just spam me and stuff. I'm all excited about some email I just got and it's a spammer. I'm like, that didn't look like a spammer. But then I read it and it indeed was a spammer. There you go. Yeah, the astrology podcast with Chris Brennan. So, I mean, he wrote a book. He has side jobs to where he has lessons, tutorials where you pay hundreds of dollars to learn about astrology and all of this other stuff. So, I mean, you know, so many income sources. You can't lean on one income source. Get a Patreon, so many things. All right. Well, how will this conversation go? The Three of Cups says, and the Six, this is going to go pretty good. I mean, it's going to go pretty well. There's still work to do after the conversation over. It's not going to be one big Band-Aid where you just sort of slap it on and then hope for the best, but the conversation will go well and it will open up doors to other things. I think the big problem here is that we just don't have regular communication. If we had regular communication, good, real communication, it would be a lot simpler. It would be a lot simpler, but we don't have that. So instead of relying on one conversation to band-aid everything up magically, it looks a lot more like we need to have regular conversations. We need to have open communication. And once we have that, I think that's going to be a lot better in the long run. All right, Austin. When is the best time to go back to school? Let's check that out. All right, AN. When going back to school. Eliza, either one. Post your question. We do random. We do donations first, and then I pick at random. Wolfie, what is going on? So good to see you. I appreciate you. All right, the tower. What are we doing? Best time to go back to school. I like this one. I like this one because it gives more of a time frame. It's very time frame friendly. So is the Echoes of Nature. So is the Echoes of Nature. By the way, I'm trading off the Echoes of Nature for some other tarot cards. So I'm writing people. I'm saying, hey, if I give you an Echoes of Nature, will you give me whatever you just made? And they're like, sure. So I'm working those deals. I'm out there hustling the deals. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just hustling the deals. I'm like, I'll give you one Echoes of Nature if you give me one of whatever that thing is that you just made that I like. So there you go. So hopefully we'll get some more cards in soon. I mean, I'm pretty excited about that. I'm excited all the time about everything anyway. As you probably figured out. But you know, Raina's got that Echoes of Nature. 3 seconds later, you're rocking. Debating whether fall of, spring of next year. The tower says, oh yeah. The tower says, wait. Something else is coming that I think may throw you a bit off course. We have something else coming that may throw you a bit off course. The blasted tower says that's going to be something that is going to throw you off course. The Three of Swords, though, says not only did we fall off course, but in the meantime, we opened up a possibility that we did not have before. It's almost like maybe if you're thinking about restrictions, maybe money, you're thinking about restrictions, maybe time. I think, again, the blasted tower falls down. Things change. You have a big occurrence sort of coming. And the Three of Swords, now remember, the Three of Swords is like a knife. It cuts. So reversed, we're now opening back up. We're now band-aiding things. We're now restoring things, healing things, and that's going to get us where we want to go for that. The Eight of Cups talks about movement towards that, and the Ace of Swords talks about movement towards that as well. So I think overall, it's going to answer itself. The problem is going to answer itself. I don't think it's going to be a mystery very soon. Don't think it's going to be a mystery very soon. You're going to have these possibilities and it's going to hit you. And once it does, it's going to be very obvious what you need to do. The Eight of Cups talks about that abandonment field where we're moving towards something. And the Ace of Swords says we have new opportunities. We have new opportunities indeed. So there we go. That is going to be something that's going to be cool. So yeah, basically it answers itself, but you have to sort of wait a little bit. And then some event happens and it's extremely obvious what to do at that point. Yeah, Push Pizza, thank you for your donation. Let me know what question that you have. All right. So let's see. SD says, changes at work. Okay, will I land where I wish? Ooh, sunshiny day. That's a good one. We can hop over, by the way, to the job screen and check that out. Changes at work. Are they good or bad? We got to know. Oh, we got to do Raina's gift over here, the amazing business class tarot. Got to use it once a day at least. Use it once a day at least. Stephen, going to reach me anytime soon for reconciliation? Let's check that out. All right. Let me copy that question instead of typing. I think that'd be better. All right. Copy. There we go. All right, cool. And then we got to verify it copied. This is what it's like to be a Virgo. Okay. All right. Let's check it out. Let's check it out with the work screen and the work cards. The work screen and the work cards. That's what it's all about. Taurus Heather, what is going on? By the way, if you're new here, please hit that like and subscribe button. We have 750 videos. I have more videos than I think any other tarot channel on YouTube because I've been around 11 years, of course, but you know. Anyway, yeah, that's a lot of videos. Go check that out. Okay, what do we got here with this crisis management? How interesting that that makes its day again. Well, you know, changes at work. Am I going to land in a nice place? I think you are. I think you are. All right. You do have some roadblocks to getting there. You do have some roadblocks to getting there. In other words, it's not one change and then they rubber stamp it and then everyone has a nice day. I think it's a series of changes, a series of movements that are affected here that create an environment where you can get some opportunities that you're sort of looking to get into. Product 8, in other words, the 8 of Pentacles, talks about the work stability. The 8 is a super stable number. And when you add the pentacle feel, you're really getting the stable work environment that you want. In other words, you're sort of landing somewhere stable. You're landing somewhere where it's going to be good. The money VP as well says you're landing somewhere that you are comfortable with. So, but again, it's not one movement, rubber stamp, have a nice day. It's more of a feel of multiple things are moving around at multiple times. We're doing musical chairs and we're going back and forth and back and forth. Wolf, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. All right, we're going back and forth. And at the end of the day, you end up in something stable, if that makes sense. So yeah, there are changes at work. Crisis management. We have these things going on. Things are happening and they're happening at a rapid rate. But then the 5 hits. The 5 hits with this miscommunication are things jostling around, and at the end of the day, you end up in something pretty stable. But for a minute there, you're sort of sweating it. You're sort of sweating it, you know? You're like, ugh, I'm not really sure what's going to happen with all of that, but that, you know, that looks making me kind of nervous there. A little nervous there, but don't be. I think that's going to be all right. Blah's looking for that new house. Blah's chasing the home dream. Blah, are you packed up? Blah, are you already packed up? That new house dream. Do you see me making progress towards that? MPC, that's make playing cards, right? Make playing cards. Lot of changes. Reorg. Oh, reorg. The minute I hear reorg, I think layoffs. Reorg means layoffs. That's a company's way of saying we're going to get rid of quite a few people just about right now. I mean, have you ever seen a reorg without layoffs? I mean, I'm just asking. I'm just asking the question because I have not. All right. It's been so long since we've done Anna K. I mean, it really has. Where's the Anna K been all my life? DYB, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right, not packed up, long way to go. Well, that's, you know, I'm so used to 1-bedroom apartments, and then I moved to this house, and there's so much stuff now. Everybody's like, you need to, what am I doing? You need to buy this, and you need to buy that. You need to buy more furniture. You need to buy this and that. I'm like, no, I like it the way it is. My furniture is Costco 6-foot foldable tables. That's the only furniture that I have, and that's the only furniture that you need, other than a bed and like a, you know, a couch or a love seat or something. That's it. That's all the furniture that you need is Costco 6-foot tables. You put everything you need on there, and that's all and you can fold them up and they move easy. So if you ever have to move, you're ready to go in 5 minutes. But you know, that's the life of me, which is probably not anybody else, I'll have to say. All right. Creators will use make playing cards. Printer Studio Game Crafter. Yeah, I heard so many bad things about Game Crafter. Man, I got some Game Crafter Lenormand cards and they were so terrible. I don't know. I heard that they improved their card stock, which then that's good. Aurora, hello. Thank you for joining us. Post your question. post your question. Yep, you know, having a house has a lot of extra stuff as well. Retire, not have to lay off. Well, that's good. Just retire. That's all you need. Do you see me making progress towards buying this house? I do. I do. I mean, I do. Not as much progress as you think. Not as much progress as you think, though. I mean, we have sort of this 5 conflict. Then we have the Page of Pentacles. In other words, I'm saving up. I have things. I have enough coins. I'm getting the coins collected. Miss, hello. Thank you for your donation. Appreciate that. I have coins collected, but it's reversed. It's like I'm not saving as much as I need to. So make sure and evaluate, what do I need to have, and then have a goal, and then start saving towards that goal, and all this other stuff. So, you know, go back and forth with that. Definitely have it written down. Definitely have a plan. Don't just throw money aside and hope for the best type thing, because you may have some challenges with that. But you are saving. You're not saving quite enough. You are making progress. We have the documentation, getting prepared for getting that house. We have some conflicts or some challenges with getting that going, and we're having problems sort of getting moving. We're having problems getting moving. So whatever you need to do to get that motion going a little bit faster, whatever you need to do to organize, to plan, that's going to be good. Mina's Bookshelf, welcome. What is going on? But overall, you are making progress, but you can make more. So it recognizes we can make more progress. Figure out how you can do that. Figure out what the gaps are, and then maybe you can make a little bit more progress and get into that house. Sneak into that house early. Get into that house early, because you don't want to wait till summer, because everybody and their dog is going to be buying a house in the summertime. So, yeah, which is right now, but you know what I'm saying. I'm talking next summer maybe. Okay. Well, my grant checks come in by FedEx. And let's see, we'll get to that just in a minute after we get to PK wants to know, is Stephen going to reach out anytime soon for reconciliation? All right. Stephen coming back for a reconcile. But a reconcile. Terry, I talked to you the other night, but I didn't tell you my question. I'm a Virgo. Can I trust people around me? Well, if you're a Virgo, you probably don't do that naturally. Sometimes a Virgo has some issues with that. Getting that full steam trust sometimes just doesn't come naturally, for sure. All right. We'll go with this. We'll go with the slow tarot. You know, I want to make another tarot deck. But the amount of work is astronomical. It's so much work. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do another one. Maybe a majors only deck. What do you think? Majors only deck? That would be kind of interesting. All right. Let's see. Let's see, Miss Dodge. Miss Dodge, who are you in chat? Let me know. Miss Dodge, who are you in chat? Thank you for your donation. I just got it. I appreciate you. Okay, let me know your question. So are we gonna reconcile? Are we going to tape it up? We're gonna put some duct tape over that relationship. Page of Swords and the Four of Cups. Is this going to be kind of challenging to get full steam? The King of Coins being reversed is challenging indeed. So one of the big problems here is the King of Coins is, it's a very winging it type of card. And it's almost like that you need a direct path from point A to B. You need the direct path. You need something clear cut. You want it clear cut, mapped out, stable, and planned out. And sometimes it doesn't work that way. And we see that with a Page of Swords, where we're back and forth with this page. The page is sort of, this is the spy. They're winging it. They're having to think about it on the fly. They have one of every element and all of this stuff. All of this stuff combined. It's just difficult to get into that. It's difficult to get into that. And I think it's going to be difficult to get into this. I mean, it is possible, but it's just the work involved or the effort involved that's going to sort of make it a bit intimidating at some point. So there you go. All right. Ooh, wait, a pocketbook ink pad on sale. What? Ooh. That's not a bad deal. Oh my God, that is heavy. That e-reader. Look, I'm addicted to e-readers. All right, I'm addicted. Okay, Mina's bookshelf is here. I am addicted to e-readers. I'm just going to lay this on the table. Anyway, I got an email that said the Pocketbook ink pad is on sale for $3.99, but that thing is insanely heavy. And if I'm going to do an e-reader, it needs to be light as a feather, because I'm holding that thing for hours and hours and hours and hours. All right, DYB, FedEx checks. Will my grants things come in? This is Ms. Kriana. Hello, what is going on? What is your question, Kriana? All right, Brianna with a K. Want to know my best friend Jay really had any feeling? Ooh. All right. That's a rough one. Throwing out that hard question. Welcome, by the way. If you haven't hit that like button, please hit that like button. I appreciate you, and I appreciate your donation as well. And in the meantime, we'll get to your question in just a second. By the way, here is the cue. In case you're wondering, we just did blah. We're doing DYB. We're doing miss. And then we are doing you, Kriana. I appreciate your donation. Okay, let's check this out and see where we're going here. The Lightseers Tarot really is gonna be the fix. Is going to be the fix for the FedEx situation. For the FedEx situation, Leah, throw your question out there. Throw your question out. Mina's bookshelf prefers the printed books. Mina, I mean, I don't mind them until the printed book does me wrong. When I say does me wrong, I mean really does me wrong. You have the books that have the spine that won't open, and it's like made out of titanium. And so you're trying to open it. You're like, and you can't open it. You know what I'm saying? And so you can't hold it in one hand. And then you have the books that are 1,500 pages, and holding it in one hand requires like Superman strength. I mean, there's so many problems. Mina, there's so many problems. If I'm going to get a physical book, my number one thing is the book needs to be under 500 pages. There's no way I'm holding these 1,500 page tomes. And then you have the hardback version, which weighs even more. And so now you have to rest your hand on the table like that, or you're going to get crippled. No, give me an e-reader. All right. FedEx checks coming. The 9 of Wands says that they are, FedEx check coming. King of Wands is 7 of Wands. I see one thing. They're coming via something other than FedEx, but it's something, it's coming other than FedEx is what I have. A beautiful tarot book on Audible. Sunshiny Day. My book is going to be on Audible as well. I'm just saying. 9 of Wands says that they're a bit delayed. Something is in between you and the checks as far as headed your way. The 7 of Wands, some blockage was cleared up. It's almost like that they are moving it around. They're trying to get something done. But it does look like it may not be FedEx. And I say that because the 9 of Wands is sort of a blocked card. It's almost like that FedEx is not the option. FedEx may not be the best option for these as well. So, I mean, you do have that sort of sneaking in here. The King of Wands being that command, the FedEx command is just not there. And the Moon says that the cycles are there, and it's just not something that's going to be FedEx capable of, or something like that. I have no idea how to pronounce it. Tiaka Kata Jones. Hello. How are you doing? There is no list. Post your question, and if I get a chance, I may choose it. I do random. All right. General love reading for the year. There you go. All right. Mina, there are some books that are fantastic for physical copy. And that's why I go to Barnes & Noble and I shop there for my books. I can look at it and immediately tell you if the font is microscopic, if the book weighs 50 pounds, if the book has a indestructible titanium spine. I can tell that immediately, and I can say, all right, ebook for that one. And then I can get the ones. There are some that are just amazing, though. I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, there are some that are just amazing. We'll do the This Might Hurt Tarot for this. All right. Well, you know, I might go into just a book rant after this is over. I might go into a book rant after this is over because there are some beautiful books that are a dream to handle in real life. So there you go. All right. Terry, thank you for your like and share. Appreciate that. I appreciate you. All right, we got 2 cards at once there. We did the double card. We got all sorts of new people here. You know, I should show the money trick. I mean, I'm just saying. Yeah, they have tarot cards at my Barnes & Noble as well. So they got a lot of good stuff over there. You know, I try to give them as much money as I can reasonably can. But again, I tend to love the books that are huge, which makes me eliminate Barnes & Noble. There you go. All right. So Miss General Love Reading for this year. The moon upside down seems to be in the king. Okay. Yeah, the moon upside down seems to be a thing tonight. Sure, whatever. I think that you are unhappy with various aspects of this as far as the love goes. We're unhappy with various aspects of love. You're looking for some improvement. You're looking for a bit of a different situation as far as love goes. We're sure to see it with the Page of Pentacles. In other words, I'm willing to start from scratch. I'm willing to start something, but I need to have some sort of comfortable feel with it. I don't want to start something that's completely unknown. That's not me. You know what I'm saying? You're saying like, that's not me. I'm not like, I don't want to just randomly meet somebody on the street, hope for the best, hope they're not psycho, hope that they're stable, hope that they're willing to be a relationship, hope that they're not. That's a pain in the butt. It's like the interview process, the screening process. I think you're tired of it. You're tired. You're just tired of all of that garbage. You want something that's going to be pre-screened, something maybe talking with friends. Friends hook you up with somebody. Friends already know this person. They already established this person is going to be decent. It's going to be a good person as well. And you're not starting from complete scratch. I think that you're really bored of that, tired of that. You want something that's going to be a bit better. And I think that you have an opportunity of that with the King of Cups being reversed. Now, that doesn't really mean that that's going to be super, super negative as far as being reversed, but the King of Cups is still there. Now, the King of Cups is a bit of a pacifist. So if you're looking for that, a bit of that Gandhi feel, if you're looking for something like that, in other words, they're not going to be into conflict. Being reversed, again, points them, they are a water sign, and they are, I mean, again, they don't like conflict, but they'll internalize it a bit too much. So you need to sort of cut that out quickly by recognizing there's a problem, recognizing they're holding something, they're not happy with something, and sort of force it or goad it out of them to where you can have a conversation and get things settled and things like that. The Chariot says that they aren't exactly willing as well. Shay Queen, welcome. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Oh, Shay Queen, I need to get that baby pool started. I was going to make it. I know Raina said July 24th. Somebody else said July 26th. I said August 4th. Your doctor said August 8th. Somebody else had okay, no, that was I forgot who that was. Anyway, I remember somebody had the July. Raina, were you July 26th or 24th? Anyway, all right. So anyway, the Chariot says they're not willing to go the distance. They're more for a short-term thing. They're more for friends with benefits. If that's okay for you, then that's kind of cool. But again, I think they're workable. I think they're malleable with that. And okay, July 27th. All right. So the other one, Delilah, said July 24th. Okay. Anyway, the Chariot says they're not willing to do. Jay said August 3rd. I said August 4th. And the doctor said August 8th. Okay, we're good. Anyway, the Chariot says they're not willing to go the distance. They're not willing to leap in 100%. Again, more friends with benefits, short-term relationship. That's going to be something you're okay with. That's going to be something you're okay with, maybe. But, you know, it's up to you. It's up to you. OP, just silent to-yo. What? Anyway, all right. Yeah, I need to make a list. Raina is obsessed with It's a Girl too. Shay, is it a girl? I assume you know it's a girl or not. Oh, it is. Okay. Coming to the end of July. Well, there you go. Well, you got a bunch of end of July dates. So, I mean, I'm just saying, we got it pretty good going there. Shay Queen, sorry to knock you off your question here. You came in for a completely different question. Okay. Would TB be offended if I didn't include her after the birth? How would she feel? There you go. Raina's like all excited now. She was right. That Raina might be the actual person that knows every single thing about this delivery and date and everything. I mean, I'm leaning towards Raina's guess right now, just because Raina, I mean, just nailed that. I know it's 50-50, but Raina's got some psychic thing. Anyway, all right. Would TB be offended? Raina's all excited. I got it. Yay. All right. If I didn't include her of the birth of the baby, how would she feel? Okay, let's find out. So apparently we have some issues with TB, and all right. Let's use the Druidcraft. Oh, the Druidcraft has been biting me in the butt. The Druidcraft Tarot has been biting me in the butt lately. It's like the same 5 cards no matter what I do. I mean, I shuffled it good. I shuffled it really good. Anyway. And the Druidcraft gives me the same 5 cards every single time. It's very annoying. I don't know what I'm doing, but okay. All right, end of July. Well, there you go. I mean, it may be the 27th. We're all going to wait here. At the end of July, we're all going to be here. We're like waiting for the news, find out what's going on. All right, so we're eliminating somebody from the birth, after the birth, and we need to find out if they're going to be offended or if they just, be like, yeah, whatever. Offended or yeah, whatever. What's it going to be? They're expecting it. They have an 8 of Swords. They have a 9 of Wheels. I mean, they're not going to be happy. I mean, it definitely says they're not going to be happy. I think that they will be able to deal with it. It's not like it's going to be, the end of the world. They're going to be able to deal with it. I don't think that's going to be a big thing there. But the 8 of Swords reversed at the very end says that, they sort of expected it. And you see that with the 2 of Cups. It's like, again, it's sort of a scheduled thing. So if you can warm them up to be dumped, that's probably going to help. I don't know how you're going to warm up somebody to be dumped, but you know what I'm saying. The 2 of Cups says that they have that expectation, or, the Hierophant. We have this serious situation. We have this structure, and this is how things go. We do it this way. The Hierophant says that. And then we have the 2 of Cups. It's going to go this way, and I get to be a part of it. I get to be a 2 of Cups. I get to be, a little bit of a part. Kriana, yeah, I did. Yeah, Kriana. Sorry about that. I appreciate that. I need to come back to you. Okay. So, yeah, the 2 of Cups says we do expect that. We do have an expectation for that. The 9 of Wheels says we're going to be able to adjust to it. I don't think that it's going to be the end of the world for sure, but we're going to be able to adjust to it. But again, if you can warm them up to be dumped, that's going to be a better thing. Anyway, all right. So yeah, overall, warm them up to be dumped is better than cold turkey. Cold turkey looks like it might be a bit of a problem. DYB, thank you for your donation. And I did skip you. I'm so sorry. Ariana, there you go. All right. We got a long question here. All right. Okay. Want to know if my old friend Jay, we have a lot of Jays. Friend Jay really loved me, or did he just abuse me, or what? Okay. Wanting to know if my old best friend Jay really had bad feelings for me, or if he used my feelings to get the things that he wanted. To get the things that he wanted. Well, let's find out. Mona Priscilla Tarot, how are you doing? All right. Let's figure that out by going over here to the Dark Mansion. The Dark Mansion is going to be the key. It is going to be the key. Mona Priscilla. Yeah, it has been a minute. How are you doing? Red. All right. Okay. Well, cool. All right. Okay. So let's check that out. See what is going to happen there. Cool Deep. Let's see. Kiara. Kiara, did you donate? I don't see it. I don't see it. Everyone's thinking they got skipped. All right. Let's see about that. Hello. Oh, that was that person that had the 10,000 questions. I gotta make a video on that one. Gotta make a video on that one. All right, let's check this out. What are we doing? So we had a best friend, and did they actually have feelings for us, or did they just use us? Man, that's kind of painful too. That's one of those. You really don't want to know sometimes, maybe. Did they really have feelings for me, or did they use you? Did you get used, basically, is the question. And that could be indeed. The Nine of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, the Seven of Swords, and the Ten of Swords. I think you got used. I mean, this is sort of a problem there. One of the big factors here about this, one of the factors that sort of points towards maybe you were used, maybe you were leaning towards that thing today. And the Seven of Swords is the escape mechanism. So, I mean, you said you have this deck, so you've already seen this card. So there you go. But yeah, I mean, we have the Seven of Swords right here is the escape mechanism. And when you have this with this type of question, you're really sort of looking at, I got something and I escaped, or I needed a way out. And maybe it's something where they just, I don't know if they planned it all along. It doesn't look like it, but maybe it's something to where they got something and then they sort of want to move on as well. The Seven of Swords has that escape mechanism. The Ten of Swords sort of shows that you have acknowledged that something felt wrong with it. Something felt wrong with the whole thing, right? Mod Priscilla Tarot, thank you for throwing all of that stuff my way. I appreciate you. But yeah, the Ten of Swords, you felt something was wrong. You did, and I think intuition and all that sort of comes into play, but in the long run, something's up. Something's up just based upon people's behavior. People are very easy to read. Very, very easy to read. Once you just sort of quiet your mind, look, and then take off the rose-colored glasses and sort of see what's there The Hanged Man reverse says, I don't think it was intentional. In other words, I'm not coming in to do this specifically to hurt you. I'm not coming in to do this. It's just that I changed my mind. The Hanged Man is just changed their mind. They realized something was off. They realized something didn't feel right, and it was time to go. The Seven of Swords, it was time to go. But yeah, I mean, they did, sort of escape. We have that escape mechanism in here. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is looking out for into my domain of things and things I've accomplished over my life, things that have come about, things that are here, things that are cool. And I'm proud of the things that I've done. And being reversed, they may have done this before. So, Dallas, thank you for your coming in and hanging out with us. I appreciate you. Late is, better late than never. Raina holding it down every day. Every day, Raina's holding it down. Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles says that, I mean, this may not be the first rodeo there. So, sorry about that. New person. I wish I could give you some great news. I made you wait. And all of that stuff, and gave you bad news. You're like, I'm going to get that Tarot Oracle. I'm just going to slap him over the head or something, But I'm sorry, but I mean, that's what it says. That's what the card said. But, entertainment purposes only. It's just a deck of cards at the end of the day. All right. Anyway, DYB. Well, am I going to be able to... using the Macintosh too much. I'm pressing the wrong buttons like an idiot. DYB. Let's see. question below. Okay, DYB had a question for, let's see, how will I receive the grant checks? Now that's interesting. That is interesting. Let's see, how will I receive the checks? How will I get that fat cash? Let's find out about that. All right. Okay. Yeah, Kriana. You know, you came to the channel, you're all excited about this tarot guy, and then he gives you bad news. Gotta hit that unsubscribe button. You're gonna be like, oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Oh no, you didn't read it. Okay, so you sort of knew this. Okay, coming in. Okay, that's good. That's good. I don't want you to like leaving the channel like crying your eyes out. Oh my God. Came to that Tarot Oracles channel. He seemed like he's such a nice guy. And then okay, let's see about that. How will I receive the checks? Hopefully we have something good in here. There, you know, I should have done the business tarot again. I don't want to do the business tarot like all the time though. It's such, I want to have that variety in here. That variety in here. What do we have for all of this checks stuff? What is going on with that? The Chariot said it is coming. It is coming, but it's almost like you have to go somewhere. We have to go somewhere. The Chariot, it's coming. It is arriving. The Ten of Cups, it's not very convenient as well. The Seven of Pentacles, it's like that we have to do some motion, or we have to coordinate something, or we have to get something going full steam. But the Seven of Pentacles says, I mean, we have to do some work. We have to do some work for it. If that means driving somewhere, if that means getting on the phone and calling, we have to do some work as far as that's concerned. The Page of Cups as well indicates us leaving. The Page of Cups is an introvert. Page of Cups doesn't like to leave and wander around and all of that other stuff. So, I mean, the Page of Cups being we need to leave and go somewhere almost, or do something like that in order to get these things going in and to get this successfully done. So yeah, I mean, the checks thing appears to have a little bit more work attached to it. Maybe more work than you were anticipating. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure with that. Anyway, I am sure that it is time to go. It is time to go. Farewell to everybody. I'm here every night. If you didn't get your question answered, I'm here every single night for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life. So, yeah, come on in. Come on in some other time and ask it again. Hopefully we can get to you then. I appreciate all of you hanging out. We'll see you next time.